But to be somebody who's gay, lesbian, especially trans, I don't know what it feels like to be trapped in a body that I don't feel I belong in. That is why I support that. Or just like me, maybe because they're a little bit psychotic and they couldn't hold on a real job, but that's another story. Support trans kids. Support gay and lesbian rights.
This was the moment that I lost all respect for CM Punk. We go from this moment right here now to CM Punk supporting mental illness. I know that AEW has to have some kind of stance on this type of bullshit. It's been well over 12 hours and we have not heard one word from AEW about this stunt that they pulled last night. You got the IWC complaining about people looking at Sky Blue's ass for some weird ass reason, as if we weren't sitting there watching Lita and Edge have fake sex on live television 15, 20 years ago. But y'all want to sit here and complain about Sky Blue showing her ass when she does it everywhere. But you know what? We're going to get to that. Don't worry. We're going to get to that here in a second. I'm going to get this CM Punk shit out of the way because this is what we really have to fucking talk about. But the kid has chemo, which, I mean, I don't know what the fuck that has to do with elemental P rights and fucking trans kids. We've already seen Kenny Omega take that picture besides the save trans kids. We seen his weirdo ass self doing that. Now we're seeing CM Punk use a chemo patient, a kid that has cancer, as an excuse to help push the fucking big brother corrupt government's homosexual agenda.
I'm gonna make a lot of money, but it didn't feel nice coming out here and feeling the love. This young man's name is Colby. I saw his son. I recently
pandering.
I reposted something for Pretty Cool Ice Cream. There's an ice cream bar that some of the proceeds, if you purchased the bar, went to support trans youth.
So, dude sold ice cream because, you know, CM Punk, this whole ice cream bar thing. Cool, whatever. It was cool back in the day. I get it. And to be honest, I've always been a fan of CM Punk until today. Until I saw this morning, and I'm like, bro, what the actual fuck? Like, last year, I could get over that, and I called CM Punk. I did plenty of videos about CM Punk on my YouTube channel. You guys can go back and look at that. Like, and I still have been a fan of CM Punk. Maybe not as big of a fan as I was years ago, but I've always still been a fan of CM Punk, even after the big stunt that he pulled last year. But this whole action right here takes the fucking cake. I cannot stand. Now, look, you're talking about a guy who has gone out of his way, me, and has said, hey, fam, we got to stop this agenda of this whole, I really hate using this word because it's not part of my vocabulary, but grooming. And having these groomers out here on television in front of a camera talking about save trans kids. You go from Don Cheadle to all these other actors. Now you go to fucking CM Punk. And I told you guys years ago that this was coming to professional wrestling. Nobody believed me. Everybody was like, you're full of shit, blah, 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 you're homophobic, you're done, you're bigot, blah, 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 fuck Trump, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even a fucking Trump supporter, but blah, 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 fuck all this shit I got years ago when I said, fam, they are starting to bring all this gay shit to wrestling. Not saying that gayness wasn't in wrestling before. It's always been there. I get it. But to the volume and the capacity that it's at right now, and it's only going to get worse. You have AEW, who, again, has not said one word about this stunt that CM Punk and FTR. I'm very disappointed in FTR, by the way. I mean, all three of them take the L in this case, obviously. To sit here and watch CM Punk pull this stunt and AEW not say a fucking word. And then, I know it's different companies, but to hear Braun Breaker, not Scott Steiner's nephew, and Rick Steiner's son, to hear him come out last week, or just a few days ago, and talking about, I don't stand by my dad's views. You know, he's still a dad, but we have different views. Rick Steiner said something about Giselle, whatever the fuck, that trans person in wrestling. Another trans person in the wrestling community. And Rick Steiner said something about him. And then, of course, and he came out caping for the trans community. I don't stand by what my dad said, but like, why do you feel the need to say that? If I had a tag team partner and he came out and said, you know, hey, fuck trans people or whatever the fuck, right? It ain't my fucking obligation to come out and say, I don't agree with my tag team partner. No, we're two totally different people. We're going to have two totally different fucking views. That's like on Comrades. If I say something and Jaren doesn't agree with me, it's not like Jaren's going to come out with a statement and say, I do not stand by the views that Korn made. No, we're two totally different people. But I don't know why this world seems like they need to have everything fucking validated for them. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. So now, CM Punk has actually put money into into a community of trans kids, which, by the way, I want to let you guys know right now, does not fucking exist. Now the agenda has hit professional wrestling. And not one word, I've only seen onesies and twosies here and there that have actually had the fucking balls to say something. Leave kids out of the shit. Period. Leave them alone. We don't need them to be, again, I hate using this word, groomed. Yeah, that's only just lack of vocabulary at the moment. We don't need them to be groomed. We don't need them to see a bunch of naked dudes dressed up as chicks running around with their fucking small ass dicks hanging out. We don't need none of that shit. And now you have CM Punk pumping money into that agenda. And it's fine if he does that. I don't give a fuck what he does. But now he's putting it right there on national television. Now he's saying in front of thousands of people with cameras out and bringing this fucking kid out from the stands. Oh, I see a kid out here that needs, although, look, I hope the kid gets over cancer. I hope he survives cancer. I'm about to say get over cancer, but I hope he survives cancer, obviously. I don't wish any harm towards a fucking kid. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, you are going to bring this fucking kid out here to push your fucking agenda. Hey guys, look at me. Just to make myself relevant again, I want you guys to know that I donated money for made up humans. I donated money so that you guys can make your kids fucking human hybrids.
Listen, I got a lot of hate for reposting that message. Somebody in particular, don't know who it is, nameless, faceless person on the internet, said, why do you support that trash? And I thought about replying.
See, this is what tells you that this world is fucked. Because he just said that, oh, some faceless guy on the internet told me, why would you support this crap? And of course, you hear the whole crowd, boo. Lost in the sauce, man. Literally lost in the sauce. Oh, but yet there's still no fucking agenda? Even these people have come out and used the word agenda to tell you that. Remember that bitch from Disney that did fucking Proud Family? She came out and said, they support my gay agenda. My super, what was she say? Super not so secret gay agenda is literally what she fucking called it. You think AEW is going to be any different? Yeah, he's got some serious mental fucking issues. I mean, you saw the way he was acting in the fucking media scrum last year. Then he finally comes back, and this is what we get. We get a less than decent promo from him earlier in the night, and then we get this shit.
The reason I support trans kids, trans grown-ups, gay, straight, lesbian, whoever, is because I know when I was growing up, I didn't fit in anywhere. But it was because of the clothes I wore, what my hair looked like, the music I listened to. Those are all things I could rectify. I could cut my hair, I could listen to jazz, I don't know what. But to be somebody who's gay, lesbian, especially trans, I don't know what it feels like to be trapped.
Especially trans. I don't care what grown-ups do. I don't care if you're saying trans people, elemental P people. I'm not saying they deserve any fucking less rights. What I'm saying is there's still a mental fucking illness problem in America. Now in the world. but I can only speak on America because this is where I live at. This is the country I served, by the way.
That is why I support that. Because I know I didn't fit in anywhere until I found pro wrestling, and all the freaks and geeks in the locker room were just like me. Maybe because they're a little bit psychotic and they couldn't hold on a real job, but that's another story. Support trans kids. Support.
There, he said it. This was the moment that I lost all respect for CM Punk. Now, a guy who was once excited to see CM Punk on his television screen and the show Minds MC. I was already hoping, because he plays a terrible character in Minds MC anyway, so I was already hoping that this dude was going to fucking die. But now I really hope they fucking kill his character off. If I had some CM Punk merch, I would burn that shit. Because it's one, not only him trying to be relevant again and to start trending again. He loves to instigate. He loves to start shit, especially when it comes to fans, especially when it comes to other wrestlers too. Like there's no discriminating when it comes to CM Punk with starting shit. He will start a fight with anybody. He will start an argument with anybody. That's just that's the one thing that's always come across to me over the past few years of the kind of person that he is. WWE, I thought, oh man, damn, CM Punk's actually right, man. They're doing this, they're doing all that. Oh damn, man, I really feel bad for him. And then he comes to AEW and it becomes a toxic fucking environment so bad that he actually gets in a fucking fist fight with other dudes that are doing the same shit, pushing that gay ass agenda. And now he comes back. Guys, support trans kids. Support Elemental P kids. That's what he's saying. And I don't know what it will take for us as normal fucking people to realize this shit is not cool. It is not right. And definitely should not fucking be legal. I truly want to know what the fuck is going on with professional wrestling right now. Someone tweeted out, this account tweeted out, name a bigger downgrade. I guess talking about phone booths and shit, right? So I quote tweeted, I said, massive downgrade for AEW and pro wrestling. So the first picture is Cody and Dusty Rhodes hugging after an epic. Again, the match wasn't the greatest match of all time, but the moment is one of the greatest moments I've ever watched in pro wrestling. It made me fall back in love with pro wrestling again. And I thought that AEW was going to be giving us something like this. I thought it was going to give us magical, emotional fucking moments. And it really hasn't. It's only going downhill ever since it started. I'm going to just be honest. It was good for the first year or so. Then it started, and then you're like, oh, okay. And now it's just, AEW's just getting fucked right now. But they're doing it to themselves with moments like the CM Punk moment. We go from this moment right here now to CM Punk supporting mental illness. I don't even have any words for this, bro. Support Elemental P plus youth. 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 That is the fucking word they're going to start saying now, because when they start saying kids, they know we're going to jump right on that shit. Now they're saying youth. Then they're going to say young people. Elemental P young people. Again, they're just masking these fucking words now. No pun intended, with the kid in the mask. But I'm not even saying as an AEW fan, because I'm not an AEW fan anymore after this. Definitely not. They had their time to fucking say something. And maybe this is how these Disney, and again, I've been a big Disney fan as well. I'm a big movie fan, massive sports fan, TV, all that stuff. But pro wrestling to me is different. Now I feel like, damn, I have this feeling, damn, this shit actually hit home for me. And I wish I could tell you guys just how personal professional wrestling is to me. But it's a whole fucking thing. But trust me when I tell you, I don't think I'm ever gonna be watching AEW ever again, man. I just can't do this shit anymore, bro. It's funny because after WrestleMania, I kind of stepped away from wrestling for a little bit just because I got busy with work and everything. Then I come back. I just peek my head back in every once in a while, ever since Mania a couple months ago. And this is one of the fucking first things I see when it comes to AEW, man. I'm like, oh, yo, they had Collision last night. I watched a little bit of that last night. I wake up this morning, and then I see this shit. And I'm like, bro, I know I've been saying for years that they're, they've been bringing in all the, the trans people and all this other stuff. But you can't come back from this, fam. You cannot come back from saying save trans kids, support trans kids. You cannot come back from that when you continue to reiterate your fucking stance on this issue. I'm like, I don't even care about CM Punk's stance in his private life. I don't give a fuck. You support whatever the fuck you want to support in your private life. I don't care. But when you come out here in front of thousands of people, and now this shit is all over the internet, and you have these AEW fans, I don't even call them fans, stands in support of this bullshit. Eric, hashtag save AEW Dark. So you already know, first of all, without even looking at his profile picture, we're going to get to that here in a second. Without even looking at his profile picture, you can look at this hashtag. And for anybody who doesn't know what AEW Dark is, think of Sunday Night Heat or Saturday Night Velocity. Or even, I guess now, WWE Main Event, right? Just afterthoughts of like side shows or secondary shows. AEW Dark is a YouTube fucking show for AEW that comes on Tuesdays at like 6 o'clock in the evening. Pre-taped. Nothing important really happens. It's just 3 or 4 wrestling matches and they give you a couple promos and that's it. Nothing to fucking cry about or write home about. This dude retweets my fucking tweet where I said, hey, this is a massive fucking downgrade. You know what this motherfucker says? Nope, we should support Elemental P youth. They won't even give this shit a fucking break. They won't even give this shit a fucking break. Now let's go over here and look at his fucking bio. As soon as I see pronouns, I'm done, bro. I'm not even going to sit there and fucking argue with you. I'm not even going to. I didn't even respond to it, bro. This dude says he, him, pro-choice, liberal Christian. Don't even want, what the fuck is even that? Future pastor. So we already have a massive issue right there. Just so you guys know I'm not making this shit up. Future pastor. Pansexual, anti-WWE. BLM, fuck turfs, trans rights are human. Like, you talk about the made up human of all made up humans, man. That's what this motherfucker is. So you really think I'm going to sit here and waste my breath on this motherfucker? Now, we do have somebody else. Somebody else with some logic, although he doesn't show his actual picture. He just has a picture of Big E on there. But either way, I assume this is a real person. Just because of their stance with this. It's not like one of these bots out here defending a fucking gay shit. But he says, this is why I don't watch AEW. Why are they shoving this down our throats on live television? Even if you agree with him, just wrestle, entertain us. Who cares about your political view? This is wrestling, not fucking CNN. Thank you.